right, everybody, and I hope you're good there. This is the second video of our, I will call it onboarding, right? So we will be going through uh, the installation of what we call Python. I would have, I would expect that you already installed Git in your MacBook through Brew or through the website, and you have that running, and you're actually able to open your terminal, right? So we'll go through the Launchpad, and then we'll tap on the terminal, and we open the terminal, and then we type in here Git, and then we should see that particular type of message. So I would expect you to have Git installed in your computer and be able to pull a particular repository. So the next step here, and also I have to tell you that my monitor is on the other side, so sorry if I look on the side sometimes. So now we will be installing what we call Python. In Linux systems, like in your macOS computer, Python, it's more often than not already installed. And here you can see we have an older version of a Mac operating system, that's the Catalina that I have. But then you may have the latest version, and then everything is already installed. So the same thing we will be doing. We still use the terminal. That's our entry point when we're doing software engineering, right? It's the terminal. Um, yeah. So here in this case, I just want to clear the screen because I don't want to see anything else. So to check if I have Python, so what I do, I tap in here Python, right? And then I press enter. And you can see, there we go, I have Python. But then this is Python 2.7, and then it's even written in the warning. Python 2.7 is not recommended. Yes, because today we have Python 3. That is the one that we use. All right, so just a little uh, use case scenario of why we need Python. By now, you might have been having some classes, but then if you didn't have all of those classes, then Python is a programming language that we use to run some things, automate some stuff, write some softwares. So in this case, we already have Python 2.7 installed, but then as the notice or the warning said, 2.7 is not recommended. Because we're already in Python here, we already have this, we want to get out of it. So we basically type in here exit, and then you put the bracket. Please don't forget the brackets. So you see that you have here the brackets on this side, and then I press enter, and then I'm out of it. So what I need to do is now type Python 3, right? Python 3, and then I press enter. And yeah, now you can see that Python 3 it's already installed in this Mac, in most of those Mac operating systems, right? That's very good. And the way that you check if Python is actually working, then you come onto your terminal here, and then you type here print. Oh, what have I done? Then you type in here print, and then hello, Julian. And then it should show at the bottom here, hello, Julian. And then it shows here, hello, Julian means that you have that clearly installed. But let's assume that you don't have it. Let's assume that you're moving from one computer to another. So what we have done here is to basically, I mean, and I also shifted from Safari to Chrome. You would see there is a huge difference between the first video and this second, and I prefer Chrome. So from the first video, you have seen that we have a repository that we will use, or a Git repository that we use to store the data and everything we will be doing during the bootcamp. So let me go to Chrome, where I already opened that page. I'm currently on Google Chrome. Now let me open that Git repository here, the bootcamp's repository. You can already see the major difference here. There is a big difference between what we are having before and what we're having currently. So this is what I was expecting. I was expecting the whole of this. And you would see here that you have uh, a set of instructions that will allow you to start, right? Because you already have Git, that's very good. But then I would expect you to go to the starter pack, and then in the starter pack, you would see that we have Git that we went through, and we used basically brew to install Git. And after that, because we are using a Linux type of system or Mac OS, then we opened the terminal and we did whatever we wanted to do. We used CD and we cloned. We did everything that was required from us at the Git site. Now, let's go back and then we want to install Python, right? So Python, it will be in this particular stream, software engineering, it will be one of the most important software that you would need to create your own softwares, right? Python is important. I won't go too deep into that, but this is how, or this is what you would need to install Python. So you get started. And then in here, you want to install Python. So like I said, in your case, Mac OS users, Python 3 is most likely to be there in the computer. But if it's not there in the computer, we will do exactly what we've done for Git. We can install it through Brew, and then you will have it in your own system. So what we can do, we can basically go to the terminal again. Let me exit Python because that's Python. I exit that. I clear the screen and then I do brew install Python. And then this will install the latest version of Python that's in like on record. And yeah, it may take a bit of time, but let it work. And in Linux, we're not on Linux, and we've just done Python 3 to basically execute Python 3, and we saw that it actually worked. We saw those three signs to basically say that now we're in the Python interpreter to make it work, right? And we were able to write our very first Hello World to execute everything. We were able as well to exit from Python back to the terminal, right? So everything is being installed here as if Python wasn't there, but yeah. The easy final point that I need to state. Uh, yeah, it's doing a whole bunch of things here, but then if I want to let me close that, or maybe we can let it run, right? We can let it run, but let's open a new tab, right? A new tab where we have some of the things. So you see on the first one is busy installing Python. On this tab, you would see that I tapped in here Python 3 to have Python 3.8, right? Here, I'm sure we'll download, as you can see, we'll download Python 3.12. It won't make a difference as long as you're using Python 3. The standard here in the bootcamp is Python 3. Now we are here on Python 3, and if I exit, it's fine. But if I type in here Python, you would see that we are on Python 2. So there will be a bit of a setting that you need to do, but then I won't do it here. The most important part is to make sure that you have Python 3 installed, right? And you basically make it run. So that's the most important part about moving it to Python. Normally, I think at the end of this installation, right, at the end of this very installation, you would have the ability of changing from Python or Python 2 to typing Python and getting Python 3. So that's the most important part. But then for now, here I have Python 3 installed, and I'm very good to go in terms of Python. So for this particular one, you just need to be patient a bit so that you download and install the latest version of Python. Even if you have it already installed in your computer, it's better to at least have this latest version installed to make sure that you don't have any trouble. Don't worry, the previous version will basically just go away, and then this one will allow you to work with Python 3 the same way you've done that in the class room, or maybe you are about to do in the classroom if you haven't taken any yet. So yeah, this is Python, what we have done here. And then um, this basically will allow you to follow us during the class and make sure that we are basically on the same line. Please check the videos multiple times to make sure that you have everything in place. If you have a problem, just let us know, and then we will be very much able to help you with the process. Okay, have a good evening, have a good night, and see you in the next video. Bye.